I just had the most incredible opportunity to speak on the same stage as the one and only Gary Vee. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my experience and learning lessons from the Helium 10 Sell and Scale conference. Let's get into it. First, I just want to introduce myself real quick. My name is Trevin Peterson. I've been selling on Amazon now for 5 years. I've profited over 7 figures selling products on Amazon and teaching you how to replicate the process. So I'm super excited about this video because just this last week, flew out to Vegas and went to the Helium 10 Sell and Scale Summit event. And we're going to be breaking down firstly my 5 highlights of the trip. Then we'll dive into some learning lessons. So the first highlight, for those that don't know, I have an Amazon Champion mentorship program where I take students through the entire Amazon selling process. And at the conference, I was able to meet face-to-face with a number of my students. And that was an amazing experience just because normally I meet with them over Zoom on the weekly live calls. I've chatted through with them via Instagram, email, and it was just great to put a name to the face and actually meet them in person and just see the big things that they're doing in their lives to make a difference. And that is my goal of the channel, is to impact as many lives as possible because Amazon has changed my life and I know it can change your life as well. The second highlight was the VIP Nelly concert. So get this, we got a private concert from Nelly himself, and honestly, it was amazing. I remember growing up as a kid listening to Nelly, "It's Getting Hot in Here." I'm not gonna sing it, Just a Dream, classics. And it was really cool because it was a super small, tight-knit concert that normally I don't really get to experience. So that was the second highlight. We got to see Nelly. The third thing is learning and networking from other Amazon sellers. As an online business owner, we spent a lot of time at home in front of our computers, working 24/7. And it's good sometimes to just get out and meet other people that are doing the same things that you're doing. And not only meeting them, but learning valuable lessons that they have learned as they have built their online businesses. At these conferences, you'll meet people that are making $0 online all the way up to hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. And so it's really cool to meet, learn, network, and build relationships with these other individuals. And one relationship can make all the difference. And I saw that as I met a number of people, and that was just an amazing experience. The fourth highlight was my panel that I was able to speak on stage in front of 1,000 people. This was an exhilarating experience. The night before, I did not sleep at all. I was just super excited. My adrenaline was pumping. I was thinking, am I gonna mess up? Am I gonna slur my words? Normally I'm behind the YouTube camera and I can edit things, but when I got on stage, you couldn't describe the experience and the feelings that I felt. And that panel was amazing. I shared the stage with Melissa and Kian. They're other Amazon sellers that are crushing the game. Kian is a master in sourcing. Melissa has sold multiple brands for 7 figures. And then Bradley was the moderator, which Bradley is amazing. For those that don't know, I have multiple videos with him on the channel. But it was an amazing panel. And the best part is we went literally right before the man himself, Gary Vee. So as we were backstage getting mic'd up, Gary Vee actually walked in and we're like, oh, he's in the room, like Gary Vee himself. Like we're like kind of starstruck a little bit, and we're like, it kind of sunk in, and I was like, this is real. And then we go out on stage and it was awesome. We were able to talk about product research, product development, sourcing, a number of topics. And then as we were coming off the stage, Gary Vee was right there waiting to actually go on the stage. So it was just an amazing experience where we were able to give him a hug, give him a fist bump, and actually have that kind of one-on-one contact because we literally spoke right before. So that was just a massive highlight, was the panel, and had an amazing experience. And shout out to Helium 10 for giving me the opportunity to speak on the stage, and also giving a great time spot because everybody was there not really to watch us, they were there to watch Gary Vee, but at the same time, it was great and just an overall fantastic experience. The fifth highlight, and I kind of touched on this with the fourth, and that is Gary Vee alone. Gary Vee, and I want to share a quick story of how Gary Vee has inspired me and why it was so impactful that I was able to speak on the same stage as him and actually meet him. Just it's been 4 years ago. I was on a cruise, living that laptops lifestyle, you know, as us Amazon sellers say we do. It's maybe not realistic, but at the same time, I was on a cruise And it was a day at sea, and at the time I made it a habit of downloading audiobooks and just trying to educate myself. And one of the audiobooks that I downloaded on that trip was this book right here, Crushing It by Gary VEE. And I started listening to it, and we were sitting by the pool, didn't really have much going, and within the first chapter of the book, I was hooked. And I seriously kid you not, as cliche as this might sound, I listened to the entire book, binge listened, it was like 7-8 hours in one day, and just got so fired up, so motivated to go out, get home, and start creating content. And Gary VEE is a big reason of why I have my YouTube channel, my TikTok, social media platforms, and why I've built an audience is because of this book. And right here it says how great entrepreneurs build their businesses and influence, and how you can too. And I didn't quite understand that until I listened to the book and I started implementing it, and how influential it actually has been. So Gary VEE has completely changed my life. And so it was kind of cool that it came around full circle, where I was able to speak on the same stage as him, I was able to meet him, and it's all because of this crazy book, and I highly recommend reading it, Crushing It by Gary VEE. You guys can go get it on Amazon, audiobook, but life-changing. So that is the fifth highlight, just sharing the stage with Gary VEE, having that experience, because he has completely just changed my life and given me just a huge, massive opportunity. Not really, he hasn't given me the opportunity, but he opened my eyes up to the opportunity of social media in general. All right, so now let's dive into the 3 things that I learned at this conference. And let me tell you, there was so much value. And if you guys weren't able to make it to the conference this year, make sure to get out next year, because it will be worth every penny that you spend making it to the conference. So let's dive into the first thing that I learned, and that is Amazon posts. So I've been using Amazon posts for quite some time, and I've seen massive success with it. Everybody talks about, hey, PPC might be a little bit expensive. We're paying $1, $2, maybe even up to $5 per click, where Amazon posts is completely free. All you need to do is just post the content. So what you can do is you can hire virtual assistants to get content for you, to take pictures for you, and to essentially automate this process where they are posting every single day. For those that don't know what Amazon Post is, it's essentially Instagram inside Amazon. So you're just posting pictures every single day, and you can tag products. And what this does is it gets you free exposure. You literally are getting thousands of impressions, hundreds of clicks for free. And so it's one of the most underrated strategies, and a lot of sellers were talking about it. And there's a few little things, I've been using it for a year, but there's a few things that now I'm going to start implementing that could really help you guys as well. The first is running brand ads specifically to the follow button in the Amazon post, because you can build a following inside Amazon posts, and what you can do is you can actually follow up to those followers. So that's just a little golden nugget that I learned that I'm going to continue to implement and grow my follower count on Amazon posts, because that is a way that I can reach my customers for new product launches. Maybe I'm launching new color variations, etc. You can utilize your followers. The next thing that I am going to be implementing on an Amazon post is during specific holidays. This is where you're going to want to really push a lot of Amazon posts. So during Q4, during Prime Day, maybe you sell a specific product that sells during Easter. You're going to want to tailor your Amazon posts to those specific holidays, and that's going to help tremendously. So utilize and show your product being used in the certain circumstance. So let's say Easter, where you got an Easter basket, and maybe it's a great product for an Easter basket. Utilize and show that off in these Amazon posts, and post consistently, like 3, 4, 5, 10 times a day even. Obviously you have to have the content, and that does take some time to generate, but if you can hire a VA to do that, that is a huge kind of little thing that you can do to drive extra traffic to your Amazon listing, essentially for free. The second thing, and this I absolutely love, and it is taking up more real estate on your Amazon product listing, and that is with virtual bundles. What you do, and you do have to be brand registered for Amazon Post, you also have to be brand registered for virtual bundles, but you can create these virtual bundles. So let's say I'm selling this glass cleaner and this cloth, and they sell separately. What I can do is I can create a virtual bundle and have them buy it together. So Amazon even though it doesn't come in the same package, Amazon knows, hey, if somebody buys this virtual bundle, they're going to send them together to the customer. So it's a really cool way to, number one, increase your average cart value, and then number two, you take up more real estate on your Amazon listing. So if you have a virtual bundle, you'll click on your listing, and as you scroll down, that will be the first thing that shows underneath it before you get to your description and other Amazon sponsored listings. So all that's doing is it's showing your customer as they scroll more products that you offer. It's making sure that they don't click away to other people's offers, taking up more real estate, and it's also increasing the average cart value. So if you guys aren't implementing virtual bundles, that's something that you might want to consider. And the third thing that I learned were some PPC tips that were super insightful. And these are things that you guys can start implementing right away. So first, let's talk about brand ads. Again, you have to be brand registered. A lot of things is around brand registry, which that is what Amazon is pushing, is brand building. So if you guys aren't brand registered yet, I highly recommend it. But one thing that you can do, and I never really thought about this, but on brand ads, you can have certain creatives. So what you can do is you can get really creative with the creatives and match those creatives. That's a lot of creatives. You can match the creatives with the keyword specifically. So let's say we are selling something, we'll say this glass cleaner, and this is a great stocking stuffer. So what I can do is I could target the keyword stocking stuffer, and then as my creative, I could have this inside a stocking and display the picture of like, hey, this is a great stocking stuffer. So you can relate the creatives and match them up with the keywords. So that's the first little tip that you guys can do with brand ads. And the second tip with PPC has to do with long tail keywords. Now, I knew and understood the importance of like, hey, you don't want to just go for these super short keywords. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more competitive. It's going to be maybe a little bit more generic. So the customer shopping intent may not be as strong. But there's a cool statistic that I want to share with you guys, and this has to do with long tail keywords versus just a one-word keyword. So for example, iPhone, like that's just one keyword, or like iPhone case, that's two. Where if you did slim iPhone case for women, small, like that's a super long tail keyword. So if you have one word keyword and you're targeting in your PPC, the average is around 71% ACoS. Whereas if you have 5 or more words in that long tail keyword, the ACoS drops more than in half to 28%. So one thing that you guys can do is focus on those long tail keywords, because that's what's going to help lower your ACoS. And the best thing about those long tail keywords is the customer shopping intent is a little bit more strong and more targeted. So that is the next tip and last tip that I learned with PPC. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and just a quick recap, there were so many highlights, there were so many cool things, met so many cool people, learned a lot of valuable lessons, and I just shared with you guys a few right here. And if you guys learned something, if you guys enjoyed, please go down, subscribe. And if you guys are interested in learning more and learning the process of how to sell on Amazon, then go schedule a completely free discovery call with me and my team. We'll break down how we can help you start an Amazon FBA business completely from scratch. All you guys need to do is go to the link down below, go to workwithtrevin.com, check it out, and I look forward to talking with you and taking you through the entire Amazon FBA process. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we will see you in the next one.